Hello Warlords, Rodge here. Welcome to Saga Thursday, your weekly source for Saga, the miniatures game content. Today is the follow-up on the Strathclyde Welsh giveaway from last week. If you'll recall, all you had to do was post below that video and talk about what you were excited about for Saga 2.0. There was a tremendous amount of responses. Thank you all for that. And today, I'm going to announce the winner at the end, but we'll go through some of the responses. It turns out, strangely enough, there's a lot to be excited about for Saga 2.0. So I've kind of come up with a top 5 list of some themes that I saw throughout that list. So we had 69 responses to the video, and then actually posted on the You Magnificent Bastards blog, and there was one response there. So I decided to lump that guy, Anthony B., in with the rest of them. He probably thought that he was just the only person responding. He was a surefire winner, but yeah, I lumped those all together, and we had quite a few different responses. So first off, as far as Saga 2.0 goes, there's actually quite a bit of information out there already since the kind of announcement video that I did. So there's been a post on SkirmishWargaming.com, and I'll have a link below to that. That actually has a ton of good information about what's coming. There's a snapshot of the Viking battle board. It's in French, but you might be able to puzzle out what exactly that is. And then another great resource is the Northern Tempest podcast, where they actually interview the creator of Saga, Mr. Alex Buchel, I believe, and it's a really good listen as well. He doesn't say much more than what was revealed in the blog, but he does give his kind of thoughts on everything in the background and sets up some of the, there's some more controversial changes coming through, and kind of explains a little bit more where those came from and why those might not be as big a deal as people are making out to be. Plus he has an awesome French accent that's super rich and luxurious, and it was fun to listen to. Challenge. I definitely recommend checking out that episode. I will link to that below. But okay, so what were people most excited about for Saga 2.0? So it was pretty close, pretty even overall, but I think in number 5 here is just the new rules, obviously. There was quite a few mentions specifically to the levy rules, with them generating a Saga die in 2.0, which is pretty cool. And then the changes with the Warlord, which are probably some of the most dramatic of anything in the game. So just to recap the Warlord, he's going down to 1 Saga die. He's being bumped up to 8 attacks. His wheelbase side by side, that's kind of gone, but he can activate a unit of basically for any kind of activation within short. So it could be a rest, could be a move, it could be a shoot. He still gets his own 1 free activation, so determination. An interesting change is that Hearthguard are the only people that can jump in and take hits for him. So, but on the flip side, he can absorb a few hits of his own by taking fatigue. So he doesn't get the free hit that he always did, as far as I'm aware, for what it sounded like. But you can take fatigue. So if you took 3 wounds, you could take 3 fatigue markers instead and stay alive. And you can only do that up to you're exhausted. So kind of interesting. And some of the changes with that Alex explained was he thought people weren't risking their Warlord enough, or used him in a way that he was always backed up by a big unit of guys and would charge in, and there was no risk to him. So he wanted to make the Warlord beefier, but he wanted to make it a little riskier as well, a little risk for reward for that. So sounds pretty cool. Be interesting how that plays out. But those are some of the new rules that people were excited about. And top 4 here is kind of a split again. So I'm going to say it's the new battle boards. Obviously, people are pretty pumped about, and for some reason the Vikings were mentioned 5 times. People want a new Vikings board, and they're pumped about the Vikings kicking ass. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about these battle boards myself. It'll be interesting to see how they turn out, just the way that they're building everything. It seems like they'll have less kind of wonkier rules that they got towards the end. So one thing that I noticed with some of those pre-release rumors was there was no melee reaction abilities built into the actual steps of the order of things, which melee reactions were like an add-on later in some of those battle boards. So for me, it seems like you would take the opportunity to kind of build that in if you're going to include those. So we don't have a lot of information about the board so far, but it looks like they might be a little more straightforward, a little more concise, so that sounds cool. The way that the melee abilities will work is it's going to be an I go, you go sort of thing. So instead of the attacker having to declare everything and then the defender doing everything, it would be I go, you go, and then at some point you could opt out of that. So that sounds cool. Interesting change coming ahead. In spot number 3 here, we're going to say just general excitement, resurgence. People getting pumped of all the buzz and stuff that is being generated, and they haven't sort of seen that with Saga in a while, so that's pretty cool to hear from everybody. I definitely kind of feel that same sort of buzz and excitement myself, and haven't seen that for a while. So that's awesome that we're getting so much interest here, and whether love it or hate it, people are interested and paying attention, maybe when they weren't before. So that's pretty cool. Number 2, we're going to say is the different Saga universes. So obviously there's going to be these multiple source books with different spreads of factions in there. So that's going to be pretty awesome. One thing that was mentioned quite a few times was people are interested in the mythology expansions and the samurai. So those two in particular have caught people's attention. And then in the Northern Tempest podcast, the designer, he mentioned that basically everything you saw in that teaser video is in the works. Whether it was going to come out sooner or later remains to be seen, which the release date is February 2018, so that's coming up. But yeah, so that's cool. I'm looking forward to both of those. Pretty much any one of those universes I could see myself building a faction for, so that's pretty awesome. And then number 1, most excited thing, people were pumped for the single rule book, which I think is great as well. Probably one of my top 3 choices for sure. And then to go along with that, a lot of people mentioned the ability to bring in new players and make it simple for people to get into the game, which I totally agree with. It makes sense. Super pumped to have that all in a single rule book, and then having those other supplements will make it really easy, I think, for new players, new blood to get into Saga. So that's really exciting. So that is the top 5. Some honorable mentions were some rebalancing of the factions. So that was a popular trend as well, especially with the Dark Age factions. And then equally as popular were just people excited about new Thursday videos. Someone said I was going to have to redo all the battle board reviews, which, yeah, I guess I will have to do that. But so that's super exciting. Thanks again, everybody, for chiming in and contributing to this contest. So at this point, the winner that I'm going to announce is a fellow, and I did this on random.org. I just randomized the order of everybody, and it came out to this fella, maybe a guy, maybe a girl, named Sneaky Rabbit. You are the winner of the Strathclyde Welsh starter box and the dice, so congrats. Now you will have to notify me within 1 week before the next Thursday video comes out, and we can sort out the shipping and all that. I'm not going to contact you. You're going to have to watch this video and know that you're the winner. Maybe if you have a buddy or something, they'll let you know. But otherwise, I've got some runner-ups here. Corey Misunas, Michionas, perhaps, Bruce Fraser. Corey will be the number 2 if this Sneaky Rabbit doesn't get a hold of me. And then Bruce, you'll be number 3 in line if for whatever reason it doesn't work out with those 2 fellas. So, yeah, I'm going to be giving these away one way or another, hopefully. But Sneaky Rabbit, just get a hold of me. Contact below, the email, the Twitter. You can send me a YouTube message. I check that stuff. So, yeah, that is it. We are, so what's in the cards for Saga Thursday? Well, we've got the Moors battle board review coming out, and the Crusaders. Like I said, I have I want to get all the Crescent and Cross battle boards out. Doesn't look like they'll all be out before the 2.0, which is perfectly fine, so I'll just be mixing in that new content as we get it. I am looking for somebody who is knowledgeable with the Saracens and the Militis Christi. Those are the two battle boards that I'm looking for someone to be my guide on and is willing to Skype in and participate on those ones, and I can finally close out Crescent and Cross. I do have somebody for the Mutatawiyah. I'll be actually recording that one tonight, the day that this comes out. Mr. Fensky is helping me out with that. And that is it for this video. Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing, all that stuff. Definitely, I'm super excited for 2.0 coming out here. Hopefully I can get the scoop on that and start kicking out some videos as soon as that's released, and we can get on with our Saga hobbying. Looking forward to that. That's going to be it for this time. I'm going to catch you guys later. Have a good one. Saga!